Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you.
Right now at noon, COVID-19 cases spiking nationwide. A look at where Georgia stands right now. The future is hazy thanks to a giant dust cloud making its way from Africa into the southern U.S., where it's already in Georgia, and what it could mean for our weekend weather. And technical glitch or censorship. A local high school graduate questioning why part of his powerful speech disappeared online.
11Alive News at noon starts now.
And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sheba Russell. It was just 2 weeks ago when Georgia's election mess made national headlines. Voters waiting hours in line, widespread problems with new voting machines, and shortages of provisional ballots, mostly in minority communities. New at noon, one of the two counties now under investigation by the Secretary of State finally certifies its election. Nick Sturdivant with more on the reason for the delay in DeKalb County.
It was unanimous. DeKalb Elections board members voted yes to certifying the June 9th primary, which means the results are final. Board members met briefly virtually. They were supposed to certify the results last week. However, they had to ask the Secretary of State's office to postpone. That's because one of the elections workers tested positive for COVID-19. Elections officials say the temporary worker's first day was June 11th after the primary election. DeKalb, just like counties statewide, had technical issues with their machines. During this morning's meeting, an official said an independent review panel reviewed the vote count. And the next step is that board members will come and sign off on the certification before heading to the Secretary of State's office.
And now to the coronavirus pandemic. The nation overnight seeing a new record of COVID-19 cases in a single day with 45,000 infections. Georgia is one of about a dozen states reporting a record number of cases this week. Just over 1,700 reported yesterday. That's 100 fewer than Saturday, when we saw the highest single-day increase in new cases. So let's take a closer look at the numbers here. While the governor reports more than 839,000 tests conducted, the Department of Public Health only reports tests once the results are received. And that number is at the top of your screen. It's a little more than 743,000. As for hospitalizations, the number of new patients receiving care is still well below the peak in April. But after hitting a low of 783 patients on June 7th, we've seen that number slowly climb. The state reporting 1,124 people were in the hospital yesterday receiving treatment for COVID-19. The U.S. economy showing some signs of improvement, but it is still tough going for many workers. The new numbers are out today, and nearly 1.5 million people filed for first-time unemployment last week. A much larger number than economists predicted here. It is the 14th consecutive week new claims have topped 1 million. Around 20 million Americans are out of work, according to the U.S. Labor Department. Atlanta added more than 35,000 jobs in May. That's what Georgia's Labor Department is reporting. And statewide, first-time unemployment claims dropped last week, down by more than 7,700. The total number of out-of-work Georgians also continues to fall, dropping by 18,000 claims for the week of June 13th. This is New at Noon, staying connected and closing the digital divide. The U.S. Secretary of Agriculture just announcing a new program aimed at bringing high-speed internet to rural areas. Will now cover 3 communities in West Georgia.
And we're delighted it's happening here in West Georgia, where it's sorely needed. But it's needed all over Georgia. You were talking about driving around Georgia, Governor, and learning distantly or whatever. Some places you can't even get a cell signal, and that's inexcusable in this day and time.
Secretary Sonny Perdue and Governor Kemp making the announcement in Bremen this morning. Thousands of people in Heard, Troup, and Carroll counties expected to benefit from the Trump administration's new Broadband Reconnect program. The former Atlanta police officer accused of killing Rashard Brooks is getting some legal support. The nonprofit Law Enforcement Legal Defense Fund announcing it's going to pay Garrett Rolfe's legal fees. The president, Jason Johnson, says they decided to step in because they believe Rolfe was wrongly charged. In reviewing video from the night of the shooting, he says he believes Rolfe acted appropriately, and while that happened to Rashard Brooks was a tragedy, he doesn't believe it was murder. And now to the never-before-seen dashcam video of Rolf's first line-of-duty shooting from 2015. You can hear him on the video saying he's worried that Fulton County DA Paul Howard would charge him. 11Alive has fought to get this video from other sources for more than a week, and that's because Atlanta police say their internal investigation is technically still open 5 years later. Here's Chief Reveal investigator Brendan Keefe.
Atlanta officers try to stop a stolen truck in 2015. Officer Garrett Rolfe is seen here running up to the front car as the truck repeatedly slams into and on top of a patrol car. 3 officers open fire.
1302, shots fired! Shots fired! Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the car!
Officer Rolfe fires 3 shots.
That second time he came at us,
All 3 of us.
that second time he came at us, I know I hit him like 3 times.
The driver, Jackie Jermaine Harris, is hit in the lung and will survive.
He was going to hit me or one of you with the truck. I mean, the shots were through the front windshield.
All we have so far is Rolfe's dash cam. On the audio, you can hear his lieutenant trying to calm him down.
You never know, I mean.
No, I was right here. I saw it. I did everything I could to make him stop.
I did case him, case him first. God, you know how the media is now. They're not going to screw us or anything, are they?
Don't worry about that right now, okay? You're fine. Don't worry about it.
God, I mean, the way the atmosphere is. Jesus. I mean, God, with the atmosphere, they're going to charge us.
No.
The way Paul Howard is.
It's a carjacked vehicle. On the hit, listens as.
I mean, it's all on video, so it's all on video. It's all on video.
The driver was given 2 years probation because the judge questioned the officer's credibility after the shooting was left out of the police incident report.
In my mind, I know I was justified, but it's just the way the atmosphere is now.
The district attorney completely cleared Rolfe and the other officers in February of this year, 4.5 years after the 2015 shooting.
How you doing? Hey, I'm Officer Rolfe with the Atlanta Police Department. How you doing?
Months later, the DA would take just 5 days to charge Rolfe with murder in the shooting of Rashard Brooks.
That was Brendan Keefe reporting. Rolfe's attorney did send us a statement saying it is clear why his client was cleared of any misconduct. He says Jackie Harris was a convicted criminal who kept getting into trouble. The attorney says Harris is now in the DeKalb County Jail facing burglary charges. Meanwhile, Rolfe's bond hearing has been rescheduled for next Tuesday. Our cameras were rolling the moment the woman charged with setting an Atlanta Wendy's on fire walked out of jail. You can see Natalie White leaving the Fulton County Jail wearing a mask last night. White is now under house arrest wearing an ankle monitor. She's charged with arson for the fire at the fast food restaurant on University Avenue. That is the same spot where police shot and killed Rashard Brooks almost 2 weeks ago. Her attorney tells us she was a good friend of Brooks. New developments in the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery, a grand jury indicting 3 men on malice and felony murder charges 4 months after the 25-year-old was chased and gunned down while jogging in Brunswick. The suspects, father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael, and a third man, William Bryan, each facing 9 counts. 5 are for murder. Cobb County District Attorney Joyette Holmes is the specially appointed prosecutor in the case.
This is another positive step, another great step for finding justice for Ahmaud, for finding justice for this family and the community beyond.
Arbery's mother telling NBC News, quote, "This just empowers us to fight, and this is just the first steps of it." A deadly shooting rattling a southwest Atlanta neighborhood described as quiet and full of older residents. Atlanta police discovering a man's body along Graymont Street around 1 this morning. We're told the 36-year-old man had been shot several times. A neighbor reported hearing gunshots and seeing a blue BMW with 3 people inside speeding away. Police believe robbery or drugs may have led to the shooting. Right now, a massive dust cloud is making its way from Africa into the United States. Over the weekend, it traveled over Puerto Rico, Cuba, and parts of Mexico. And now, Chesley, you're tracking it here in Georgia.
Yeah, consider this historic, Sheba. I mean, making it over 6,000 miles from the west of Africa all the way over into the United States. Rarely do we see that, at least. Now, it's common that we get these dust storms. Typically, they will dissipate before they get to the Caribbean or just as they get into the Caribbean. But what they will do is limit the tropical development, and we have seen that. But now it's over our way. We're already starting to see it here in southern portions of the state and making its way further up to the north. We'll be around here right on through the weekend. And the reason why it's so rare is because it's holding together in the upper atmosphere. Those plumes are pretty thick. And so over the weekend, we'll see at least the colors when you look at the sun, when it sets and when it rises, some very pretty colors. Hopefully you get a chance to take some pictures of that. Could mess with our air quality as well. We'll keep you updated on that, but it should dissipate as we head into the weekend, or into next week, Monday should begin to break up a little bit over our area. Right now we have the clouds in place. You may find a few breaks in the clouds here and there. We'll see some showers beginning to develop as we head further into the afternoon. You can already see some back off to the west of us. Temperatures right now at 77 degrees in Atlanta, 77 also in Marietta, 78 in Duluth, 80 over toward Athens, 81 in Edenton. Our forecast calls for highs to make it up to 81 degrees. Isolated thunderstorms today, not as widespread as we saw them yesterday, and a few of those could pack some pretty gusty winds, so be on the lookout. If you're going to be going out this afternoon or this evening, make sure you just carry the umbrella with you. There's about a 30 to 40% chance for that rain. Sheba?
Another note about that dust cloud, it could aggravate health problems, including asthma and other respiratory illnesses. So be on the lookout for that. Voices raised across the nation saying Black Lives Matter, but for a period of time, it wasn't heard during one high schooler's graduation speech. Why the district says the internet, not censorship, removed his message.
Here on 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system.
A high school graduate delivering a passionate speech around Black Lives Matter.
See, everyone gets a game piece, but what does yours say? Well, mine says, I'm a black man born in America with 2 strikes against me.
But he later discovered some of his comments were missing from the video on the school district's YouTube page. He spoke with our Hope Ford about what he says doesn't add up.
A sunny day at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Luella's high school class of 2020 finally graduating in person. Class President Jordan Jackson delivered a nearly 3-minute long speech on social injustice.
I'm a black man born in America with 2 strikes against me.
It was powerful, and I was able to use my platform that I had to speak on what was going on.
After graduation, Jordan's dad noticed a 10-second clip was missing in the video on Henry County Schools' YouTube page.
Our lives matter. Yes, Black lives matter.
Here's video of the speech recorded by Jordan's family.
Life doesn't have the same duration for every player. Therefore, we must live life to the fullest, knowing that our lives matter. Yes, that means Black lives matter too.
Now here's video that was originally on the Henry County Schools YouTube page.
Life doesn't have the same duration for every player. Therefore,
Jordan posted a side-by-side on Twitter, and many people accused the school district of editing the speech. J.D. Harden with Henry County Schools says the district never had access to the video. Instead, a local third-party vendor live-streamed and recorded all graduations. Harden wouldn't name the third-party vendor, but says the vendor told him a weak internet connection caused a glitch.
There probably could not have been a worse time for the internet, to be unreliable and to cause that dropout.
The district apologized to Jordan, and the vendor quickly removed the live stream, replacing it with a recorded backup video
so that people could hear what he said, because it was so powerful.
Jordan and his family remain skeptical about what happened.
Black Lives Matter is one of the most important and controversial topics, and for that to be glitched out is ridiculous.
But the high school graduate says regardless, the experience taught him the importance of speaking up on issues that matter to him.
That was Hope Ford reporting. To prevent anything similar from happening in the future, Harden says all graduations will continue to be live streamed on YouTube and then immediately replaced by the full recorded version after the live stream ends. You can find a link to Jordan's speech on 11alive.com. As we continue to look at COVID-19 numbers, we're noticing something interesting. Flu numbers are down to 0, and it begs us to question, did COVID restrictions wipe out this flu season? Our Chrissy Diaz takes us behind the headline.
It all started when we saw this tweet from a clinician at Emory that says, anecdotal report that cases of flu went down to nothing this year, supposedly due to social distancing and face masks. Dr. Carlos Del Rio responded with this article, which says before coronavirus, we were on track to have one of the most severe flu seasons in decades. But thanks to stay-at-home orders, social distancing, and masks, the flu season was cut weeks short.
Can you tell me, one, how you came upon the article and how true you think it really is?
Oh, I think it's totally true.
So I started crunching the numbers in Georgia. I logged all of the flu reports since the beginning of the year, right before the pandemic really kicked in. And it showed the flu was widespread until about April. Then things started to change.
I looked at the numbers, and it's an incredibly steep drop.
No, it's incredible. I know. Down to nothing, right?
Yes, literally 0. Check out this graph. By the beginning of April, flu outbreaks were down to 0. By the time we hit May, flu hospitalizations and deaths were 2.
Based upon these numbers, do you think it's fair to say coronavirus measures have nearly wiped out this flu season?
I think there's no doubt about that. I think that they were very effective medicine to slow coronavirus and to wipe out the flu.
An unintended consequence with a positive outcome, but still not exactly a reason to celebrate.
Whatever was saved was rapidly overtaken by the coronavirus. I mean, I think the number of deaths we've seen from coronavirus far outweighed even the worst of all seasons.
He's right. The numbers show here in Georgia more than 2,600 deaths are linked to COVID-19, while 94 are because of flu. But Dr. Del Rio says knowing this could help us turn around flu seasons in the future.
The flu and coronavirus, of course, have different seasons. They're still trying to figure out the season for coronavirus. So they did spike at different times. But based on the numbers, these measures cut our flu season short by about 6 weeks. I'll take it, Chesley.
Oh, yeah. But that means we would have to probably self-quarantine like every year around the same time. I don't know. We're looking at clouds overhead. You can see mostly cloudy skies. See a little bit of blue here and there trying to peek through. Very small. Mostly cloudy skies, what we'll call it. 77 degrees, the current temperature. Look at a west-northwest breeze now at about 7 miles per hour. Planning for today calls for a wake up with Chesley umbrella. Isolated showers and thunderstorms will be around. We're looking at 81 degrees for the afternoon high with those winds up to about 10 miles per hour. Seeing some down to the south. You can see some of the breaks in the clouds, mainly over here to the east, and that's where temperatures are slightly warmer. Down to the south, our extreme southern counties, Troop Meriwether County is where you're finding just a few sprinkles coming down, also through Upson as well, over toward Thomaston. Or just south of Thomaston, you have a few sprinkles there as well. The rain will continue. It will be isolated. Not everyone gets wet, but at times you'll be looking at the sky thinking, oh, it's gonna. And it feels muggy out there. Temperatures are in the upper 70s right now, where we have a little bit more sun. You're right at 80 over here toward Athens, 79 in Edenton, 75 degrees in Clayton, 74 the cool spot in Blairsville this afternoon. The Wizometer is how we rate your weather on a scale from 1 to 11. 11 would be a perfect day, of course. We'll give it a 6 with that 40% chance for the isolated showers, thunderstorms. Again, 81 for your afternoon high temperature today. Been tracking this front. Stationary now on top of us, and south of that front is where we have the lot of moisture in place. And with the daytime heating is where we start to see those thunderstorms begin to fire up. Now, I don't think they'll be as widespread as we saw just yesterday. We had that marginal risk over us. The marginal risks have shifted now over toward the east, and new update has placed one a little bit further to the south over the southern portions of our state. We remain under the general threat for thunderstorms for the rest of the afternoon. That light green is a 0 out of a possible 5. So some isolated thunderstorms are possible. Could pack some gusty winds, but not up to that severe level. Here it is, our forecast track model. You can follow along with the time. Let me get my head out of the way, and you can see it right there. You can see just a few breaks here in the clouds. We'll see it off and on as we head through the rest of the afternoon. Some thunderstorms will be popping up, or at least embedded thunderstorms in some of these showers. You can see where we have those will be some brief heavy downpours, maybe some frequent lightning and gusty winds associated with a few of those. They'll be off and on, hit and miss. I think they'll last at least through about 9, 10 o'clock tonight before they begin to diminish. We'll start you off in some spots tomorrow morning with partly sunny skies. Other places will have the clouds, but we won't be free from the rain. A good 30% chance that showers will begin to develop once again as we head toward the afternoon. Could be a couple thunderstorms there as well. We'll watch that. Once we lose the daytime heating, that goes away as well. And as we start off Saturday, now I'm still thinking it'll be partly sunny skies. The model's now trying to bring in more moisture. And so it's saying that we'll have the clouds in place, but I think we'll just have partly sunny skies. We'll give it about a 20% chance for an isolated shower or two. But we'll have that dust plume over us as well. I know Sheba's waiting on that. 85 degrees for the afternoon high on Friday. We're looking at near 90 for the high on Saturday. That's going to depend on that cloud cover. 20% chance on Sunday as well, looking at 88 for the high temperature. We'll continue with those warm temperatures as we head into the work week, but the chance of rain starts to creep back up on us. 30% chance on Monday, 40% chance on Tuesday and Wednesday. Don't go anywhere. We got much more for you coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your.
Clayton County will begin virtual graduations today. The district's 12 high school ceremonies will go from through Saturday. Again, it starts today. The virtual programs will feature photos and video messages contributed by members of each school's class of 2020. You can find the schedule and watch them on the district's website. Cheer them on. And the University of Georgia unveiling its fall plans to keep students safe while on campus. First, UGA will have in-person classes beginning August 20th. It will end in-person classes at Thanksgiving break. Finals week is still set for December, but the school says faculty should plan to offer those online. UGA says regular services such as housing, dining, and campus transit will remain until the end of the semester. And we'll be right back.
Message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people.
Well, you would think by now that most people have adapted to their new work from home schedules. That isn't the case. One time management expert says many feel more distracted than ever. Jerry Carnes has the story.
In the beginning of the pandemic, it commanded our attention because we were in crisis mode. Now it's become almost routine and it's more ambiguous. You don't know if you're going back to the office or not. You don't know if your kids are going to go to school or not. And in ambiguity, there is so much distraction.
Julie says one way to prevent distraction is to set a sleep schedule.
Wake up at a certain time, and it should be the same time every day. You go to sleep at the same time every day. We're much stronger mentally when we're operating on all cylinders. It's one of the most powerful techniques to ground yourself.
And for anyone having trouble creating consistent structure at home, Julie explains the key is conversation.
When you're working from home, there's also the distraction of family members. It's about having a very open and concrete conversation and say, I know I'm here in the house, but when I'm working, I really need to work and stay focused. Create office hours. Post them on a whiteboard. If you have visual cues of when you're at work and when you're at home, then you can minimize the family distraction.
While keeping our external distractions in check, Julie reminds us not to forget our internal needs.
I recommend 100% of us have 2 self-care anchors in the day. Something in the morning that you do for you and something at the end of the day that you do for you. And that anchors your day. No matter what the day throws at you, you start and end by taking care of yourself. And then you have the strength to be focused the rest of the day because you started and ended with focus on you.
Self-care is one of those things we always forget to do. So there's your reminder. Thank you so much for watching 11Alive News at noon. I'm Sheba Russell. Stay safe.
uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message